So, another budget board in town. Introducing to you our today's new keyboard, the YUNZII AL66, which is quite hyped up in the current keyboard scene with a very good price to performance ratio. And now, without wasting any more time, let's hop into our today's keyboard with the unboxing. At first, opening the keyboard, we get a plastic bag with some extra cream color accented keycaps. Then in the right side of the box, we get a switch and a keycap puller combo with two extra automobile white jet switches and a black non-braided Type-C to A cable, which I would have preferred being upgraded at this price. And then below the keyboard, we find two cardboards with an introductory manual with all the necessary infos about the keyboard, and which is a very neat feature to me for readability. Lastly, let's go about the keyboard now. Starting with uncovering the keyboard from the plastic wrap. At first we get a dust cover, then a foam sheet to protect the keyboard from damage, and this can also be used for modding. And finally, we get our hands on the keyboard, and here's our beautiful black and cream color accented keyboard with a CNC body. Now let's talk about the build of the keyboard. As I mentioned before, the keyboard here is made out of full CNC aluminum body with a matte textured feeling, but not a rough finish like Shinmeng M71, rather it's a smooth body and gives a very comfortable feel. And as it's a 65% keyboard, it's ideal for requiring small desk space. Also, it comes with a very satisfying tactile knob which can both control the media as well as RGB of the keyboard. And on top of the keyboard, we also find some of its features. At first, we get the 2.4 GHz dongle, which gives the keyboard a seamless connectivity. It's stored nicely at the top. Then there's the mode changing switch, which can put the keyboard into wired 2.4 GHz and Bluetooth mode. And also, the keyboard connects with Type-C connector as usual, and you can change the keyboard into Windows or Mac mode with the following switch with a flick. And if we turn on the keyboard with the following switch, we get a look at the RGB of the keyboard, which is quite bright even in a such bright environment. But as the keycaps isn't shine through, don't expect the letters to shine in the dark. Also, the RGB side rails on the both sides of the keyboard has uniform light diffusion and is also customizable, which gives the keyboard a beautiful look. Then if we go on the back side of the board, it's pretty simple with no height adjustability, as the keyboard already comes with 15-degree angles, 15 degrees tilted. But as you can see here, the keyboard is totally fingerprint and sweat magnet, and because of its matte finish, is advised to keep a cloth to clean it frequently. Then as we take on the keycaps of this keyboard is made out of double-shot PVD keycaps, and you can see here the molding of the keycaps. This gives the keycaps more durability, and also the color is less likely to fade away. And as the keycaps are OEM profile and almost close to cherry profile, you can experiment different kind of sound profile with it, and it's also comfortable to type on. Then for the switches it comes with are the Otemo white jet switch, a less heavy linear switch from the Otemo's budget line of switches, and these switches are the only complaint point of this keyboard for me, that is still now. Considering the price, I would have preferred a better switch option for the price, be it clacky or thocky or poppy, just a little bit of upgrade. And if you want to know about the switch, it's a box stem with 3-pin switch with around 45 grams of actuation force and around 1.4 mm of pitch travel, which makes it ideal for both gaming and typing, but not for sound profile, which has a distinctive clacky nature. So in the end, if this keyboard is worthy or not. The keyboard as a whole does give an incredible value for money vibe for the price, as it might have been the most decent feeling aluminum pre-built I have got my hands under $100 in quite a while, but also it does have its own slight ups and downs. The steps which I forgot to record as I am out of home did need some tuning, and YUNZII could have added a better switch option, but the most disappointing part of this keyboard was the screws in the back, which is very poor quality and also a weird size, which makes it impossible to open with the limited sets of screwdriver options. And for this very reason, I couldn't open the keyboard and see what's inside. But so far, on the surface level of this keyboard looks quite value for money, and I hope I'll be able to publish an updated video with the insides of it after I return to my home. So thanks for watching. I hope this video did help you on a tiniest bit. So peace.